Let me start by giving a shout out to channelfireball.com for sponsoring the stream, and also Watsy for having me in the MPL, making this stream possible. Long time lurker, first time chatter. What up, Joe? Will there be only magic today, or will there be a fun with flag segment? We can have a fun with flag segment if you guys want to. Really enjoyed the Casters Cup. Yeah, that was excellent. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. We're gonna keep this. We don't have fires. I don't think this hand is a keep.
Are we playing?
We don't have fires. We don't have a blue land. I think this is a mulligan. This is the same hand, but at least it does have fires. We have 2 temples to find the 3rd land. I think this hand is much better. I'm gonna put one of the fires back. This. I enjoyed the Casters Cup too because just seeing Brian break the format, 3 days after winning Fandom on Thursday yet again, that was really cool. I'll keep this land. Even though it doesn't come into play on tap, I think I just won the extra lands. Oh, the rankings just reset yesterday, right? Today is the new season. It is. Yeah, let's see how far we can rank up. And yep, that is the banned Golos deck, which is a pretty tough matchup for this deck. It's not horrendous, but it is tough. The worst part about Brian winning the Fandom Legend was that it was 1 day before we had to submit deck lists, and this deck suffers greatly from splash damage from the cards that people want to have against this. Like, everybody wants Disdainful Stroke now against this because Stroke is better than Negate. It counters all the cards like Golos and stuff, and also Agent of Treachery is a card that you don't really want to see on the other side of the table. His hand has no fire and no blue. His hand is the same, but with fire and blue. Yeah, you're right. So I could fetch here. I don't really want extra lands. I don't really care much either, though. I think I'm gonna play Fabled Passage because that puts more lands in the graveyard. Like, if I draw another Fabled Passage next turn, it is gonna put an extra land in the graveyard for me to maybe later trigger with the Cavalier. So I'll get a blue mana so that I can activate this. You do want to have 3 red in play so you can activate Cavalier 3 times. But for now, this is okay. I'll play the Fairy. I'll plus because next turn I want to bounce Golos.
Don't worry, I got this.
This deck seems too big brain for Strasky to come up with. Well, he's not the one who came up with it. I think one of the popular streamers, I always get the letters wrong, but VCTLA or VTCLA, you can check him on Twitter. He was the first person, I believe, to come up with this deck. It was red-green, it was just fires and Cavaliers. And that was the first time when I saw it, and like the first time I saw somebody play this and Cavalier in the same turn, and to discard a bunch of lands, draw a bunch of good cards, and activate Cavalier a few times. I think Yui was streaming with it, and that was basically when I wanted to try this. How do you feel about Ben flying Giant Rams in the flesh? You mean the matchups, or what is better, mono green or Gruul? Not really sure. Hold on. Let's make sure I don't time out. I'm gonna scry first. I need to put the 5th land into play. This is actually not that bad because it kills both of my opponent's jump blockers. I think I'm actually gonna keep this because this could mean that I'm gonna have one more turn. I'm gonna take one more turn from my opponent. Let me figure this out. I could discard the land, then play Cavalier. Or I could play Cavalier and then discard the bad cards. I think I'm gonna play this first. I don't think I want to use the Fairy just yet, because I want to get deeper into my deck.
No, I'll just play Cavalier, then you can play the red one.
You just
will discard more lands.
You will discard more lands, but you're not going to get deeper into your deck. So now you put you put the good cards back so that you can discard the bad ones to the red Cavalier. It's a little unintuitive. I don't think I'm gonna bounce anything. Make sure with this deck. Oh, that's one of the things I forgot to put in the article. Make sure that you use auto tapper. You like check the auto tapper every time you use mana.
You should mark the upkeep as well.
I might bounce one of these, but probably not. I'm just gonna leave it for Golos next turn. Yeah, Stancivka, right here.
Oh, hello.
He is the
Sorry, I
He
didn't
is-
realize I'm not on the camera.
he is the second person responsible for
I
this.
think now it should be visible.
Oh, I forgot. Okay, I clicked OK one too many times. I obviously wanted to pump because I have nothing else to do with my mana. I thought it was just declare blockers, but we obviously wanted to pump one more time here to put our opponent at 12, but
You mark the upkeep. Maybe
it
you want
didn't matter. Yeah, make sure that every turn you set an upkeep stop with this deck because you do want to.
the other side.
Because you do want to scry in your upkeep sometimes. Alright. What was it? It was the Ram deck, right? So you bring in all the anti-Ram stuff. Bone Crusher Giant, not very good against a deck that wants to play big cards and no 2-drops. I board out a land. I board out one Clarion.
The gust is very bad.
Oh, Gust is bad, yeah. Even though they do have Root and Growth Spiral, it's not. It's fine game 1, but you do have more. You do have more powerful
I'm
cards.
not sure, like, if second Clarion is not side out.
Yeah, it's between like land Clarion,
Or-
Drawn, and Nif Mizzet. On the draw, I think it's fine to have 28 lands. I think on the play you want 29. Let me catch up on chat. Banned Flying. What is Banned Flying Giants? How did the Giants gain flying? I was a little disappointed with Cynic Flash, but I think it still hasn't really... Like, people haven't really built the correct version of it yet. Yeah, this ends great. I'm gonna start with Steam Vents. Yeah, you do want to take 2 here because you do want to counter Growth Spiral. That's one of the things that... Yesterday I already played round 1 against Ray. And, like, you do give away what you have in your hand, though. It is a play you do want to make against Growth Spiral, but it just gives away what you have. Yeah, let's cast this. Like, here you can counter the Fairy with this. Do we have the correct deck list? Oh, we do not have the correct deck list. I'll update it after the match. Streamdecker.com.
Castle. You can have 2 counter spells if you Growth Spiral, or you can.
Oh yeah, you do want to
use this
you do want to play on tap land. Basically means you are not gonna play the Hallowed Fountain anymore. Opponent does not have anything. Yeah, I'm not gonna play anything here. I don't think I want to get my spell counter. Like, if my opponent keeps a hand like that and they don't do anything, it's very likely that they have a counter, I think.
Like, also, you don't have the second spell, you can cast with the fires, and you cannot have a counter spell in his turn, so it doesn't make any sense to play fire.
Yeah, playing fire just means that you won't be able to use your counters. I mean, I guess I could play the tap land now. I do want more red sources though. Yeah, I think this is better. Arboreal Grazer, that's okay. It's also pretty good at countering Agent of Treachery.
I don't take it. Makes me look like earlier, so it's probably good to draw the land here. Whatever.
I don't really want to play Fires and Cavalier because my opponent's just gonna steal the Cavalier.
I don't
with,
think you can beat the judge.
with Agent.
This game realistically. The fires. Like, maybe.
I think with 3 counters in hand, I can pretty easily beat my opponent just not doing anything. I can just resolve this next turn.
If it's true that he's not making tokens the next turn, that's fine. Okay.
There's some interesting commander possibilities. The first king. Oh, I don't even. I'm bad with card names, so I have no idea what these cards do. I will counter Golos. Hold on, I will counter. Yeah, my opponent has so much mana that at this point I would like to use my mana leaks, because otherwise they are gonna become unusable. They're very likely gonna cast their own or a negate here, I think.
That's fine, like you can set.
Which is great, yeah, which is great for me. If they do that, we get the counters out of their hand, we get a Golos out of their hand, we get to use our counters while we still can. But they chose to not do anything. Interesting. Also interesting. But I think I'm gonna leave this in my hand because if somehow they do have agent steal some of my stuff, I can bounce it back to my hand.
Isn't it just best to put Cavalry and class? I think you have 2 counters still open.
My play was gonna be Cavalier, like Land Cavalier, discard Clarion, Bass, I think.
But then you don't have to open this simple spell.
I do have open. I have this open
Yeah,
for.
But if they go boss, then it's bad. I would just have open Cavalry.
A tím nemáš žádný tlak nic, prostě nechci dělat tohle na stůl a začít tlačit. Alright, I'm gonna try my play and see if I get punished. Yeah, I need to tap all my red sources, so it needs to go this way. I think this is also very likely to bait out the agent from my opponent. And like, if they do that, that's really great for me. Like, if
keep, like,
I'm just gonna discard Clarion, I think.
White Clarion, when he's got
Or just nothing.
I don't know.
I kind of want to keep the counters because they're good with the fairy. Yeah, I'm gonna discard 1 Clarion, I think. This is not great. I could have also just not discarded anything. Have you played? I played the first match. I'm gonna upload it on YouTube, so I'm not gonna tell you who won, but I am gonna tell you. Yeah, I'm not gonna counter that. I think I still wanna save this for the agent.
Oh, but now he's not gonna continue. Or like.
Well, in a future turn.
Like if he casts agent and steal a Cavalier.
I guess I can just bounce it back to my hand. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna do this. This matchup is not easy. It's a super hard matchup. Why not discard fires? I think eventually you do want to play it because it just leads to the most broken turns. But it is certainly an option. If they find Golos here, it's gonna be problematic. But we're gonna go to Theory, bounce Golos, and draw a card. Should have probably kept the.
I'll protect you.
I should have probably kept the. Should have probably kept the sweeper. Box stream.
What's up?
Box stream.
What's up, Andrash? Are you streaming?
We have this guy here. This guy Ondřeš.
What's this?
Chceš to dát nějak, počkej, to nemám na tebe taky. Ještě mám svatopluka. This is gonna get stroked. These matches also take super long. Root getting a bunch of extra tokens. Yeah, I should have kept the Clarion. This would have been a great turn If I still had the Clarion, I would have been able to kill my opponent's board, give this guy lifelink, attack for a bunch, gain some life back. Yeah, I'm basically going to be in a spot where I'm going to hope that I draw. Oh wait, no, I can't even do this, and Clarion because it's 3 spells. Yeah, I'm basically dead unless I draw a Clarion.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
Well, this can get me 1 turn closer to Clarion, so let's start with that. Leave blue, white. Can I actually survive? No, I can't, right?
Yeah.
I'm exactly taking 14, so I do have to go to Fairy and hope I draw Clarion. Yeah, this is basically...
I know my responsibility.
This is basically me not keeping Clarion. That was the key point of this game. And then, like, if I did have it, I would sweep my opponent's board, I would gain some life. Next turn, my opponent very likely plays a land or whatever, gets some tokens, but we have a flying Cavalier. They would be at 15, and then the Cavalier just kills them in 2 swings. So next, like the turn after the next one, my opponent would have been very likely dead. Yeah, we die. I live in Pilsen, they live in Prague, so technically we do live in the same city because it's very close, but not really. I don't know why, but your buddy in the background is funny. you mean Stan? Play first. I think that's a keep. What do you guys think? We don't have fires, but we have drawn from turn 3. Like having a lot of lands doesn't really matter. Chceš fečkovat pro Mountain? Pak musíš dát Waterplay ostrov, asi ne, co? Jako podle chceš oba fečkovat pro Mountain? There's 2 different Pro Tour winners in this house.
Oh, you didn't win the PT.
Yeah, I lost in the finals.
It's so bad.
And we have 3 different GP winners. I'll get a mountain here.
With this, you cannot counter the giant rampant broken version. That's...
Yeah.
But it's probably better to spray.
Alright, we have a lot of lands. I don't think we can play Dreams.
I think it's even better like if you just fetch for 2 lands, like I would just go for a while.
Sure, let's get an island with this.
Not sure, maybe I would keep it after the Cavalier.
I don't think I can counter this. Can I?
Why? Like you have a stroke, but you play the better stuff. I would counter it. Always.
Alright, let's do that. I'm gonna update the list after the match. Miss the cat crawling across the keyboard. I miss him too! But he's with my mom now. And we'll get him back when I come back from the PT, or from Prague. I'll get an island. Interesting. I could just slam Cavalier.
Yeah, I was on Cavalier.
My opponent's gonna play Golos, but I can just keep up counter spells after that for stuff like I think I should play this so that I have 3 red sources in play. Actually, is that even important? I'm
not sure. It might be good to have additional basic, like if you want to fetch, but I don't know. Like the life tool also might be something.
Alright, we're putting back a hallowed fountain. Next turn I want to have an untapped land for the fires and cavalier, if I do want to do that. So I do want to just put back these two lands, I think. I'll keep temple on top.
Yeah.
Keep in mind that this has a dying trigger. Like the first time I played this, I was like, oh cool, I can hide my Fires of Invention on the top of my deck from duress. And instead my opponent played a removal spell on my Cavalier, and I drew a land next turn. So I could Fires and Cavalier. My opponent doesn't have enough mana to steal it.
Also Fires and Ashia.
We can do that. I don't think I want to counter. Although I could just go Cavalier and hold up 1 blue mana for a counter.
But you can the ball or the alpha guy. Quite annoying. I would either Dreams, or I would maybe Ashiok,
Just Ashiok pass?
or Fires Ashiok.
I think Fires Ashiok is
I
good.
like Fires Ashiok. You cannot Asia.
And now the question is, do you wanna use the -1 ability or not? Like sometimes it's
I
useful.
never know. Like it's so difficult to me.
Sometimes it's useful, like you're gonna mill some of their basics, they're not gonna be able to fetch it later. Sometimes you mill some of the cards that, like, you know, they bring in, you know, like 2 mana leaks or whatever. You mill them and you get more information of what can possibly be in their hand.
I would probably keep it on 5.
But then sometimes they get to attack with like a Hydroid and kill your
Imagine
Ashiok later.
He will play like 4 Hydroid or something, and then then you can lose the game because of that. Like I don't think you realistically mill them. Like they're gonna be dead really quickly with the Cavalier, and you just want to stop them from searching.
They have a lot of stuff to take care of now.
And the good thing is that he cannot cast the agent now on fires. That's like the most annoying side, almost every time.
Next turn I'll go Cavalier's Dream. Alright, this is annoying.
Super.
If I draw a land, I'm slamming Cavalier. If I don't, I'm playing Drawn, holding up Disdainful Stroke. Yeah, I think this is Cavalier not discarding anything.
Is it better than Dreams? I think it is, right?
Yeah, because you still get to use the Disdainful Stroke. Oh, I mean, yeah, I guess you get to do it one way or another. I think I like putting this in play. It incentivizes my opponent to just use the agent to try to steal this.
Like you utilize the mana also a bit better, and you can attack. And then you also defend your Ashiok. I would play the line. Oh, maybe it's correct.
Well, I'm still gonna play it. It just, I think they have another Ether Gust. Oh, maybe that's why I should have played it, to have it in play before so that I can fetch a bit. Yeah, this was actually bad. I should have played the land first because they have Ether Gust in their deck. So if they played Ether Gust on the Cavalier while it was on the stack, I would not have been able to fetch afterwards. So that was, yeah, like you learn something in every game.
Like you wouldn't fetch, like it wouldn't matter, I think.
Field of the Dead, alright. I think I have to fetch in response. So that they don't... I guess goals doesn't really matter. I mean, I still want to fetch. I think I still want to have this on the top of my deck.
Also, like you don't want to draw the line, so I would draw this.
Yeah, I'll get a mountain. I only have 2 more basics in my deck anyway.
Now it might be pretty important to check for mana 3.
In hindsight, it might be too big. Nobody's climbing on the keyboard.
I just want to say, Stan is too big.
What?
It says you are too big.
It's because of the camera proportion, I guess.
Alright, let's play this guy again. I do want to protect Ashiok from the attack now. My opponent can't even use the fetch line right now. I mean, I think our opponent's a pretty big favorite right now.
Like, is he can have like 3 cards he cannot cast because Ashok is in play.
Yeah.
I would probably bet on us, like, to be honest.
It's also gonna take me a long time to actually start dealing damage to my opponent because they're gonna be able to start blocking with their stuff.
On the other hand, you have a counter spell, you have the guy in play, you have Ashok in play. Just all very, very problematic. You cannot play right.
Yeah, like they have a fetch line in play, but they can use it because Ashiok stops them from being able to surge. So I can just Mystical Dispute, counter this negate. Hopefully they sack the fetch land. Like, oh, what's my opponent doing? I'm just gonna pay 3. Stream Decker is not down. I'm gonna update the list after the match. Alright, that sucks. Now, usually you would be able to start scrying with the blue castle, but we don't unfortunately have that. Hey, not bad. Yeah, Ashiok is gonna die. And killed this guy so they can bounce it to their hand with the fairy or something and use it later. I think I should have won game 2 if I just kept the deafening Clarion. That was a big difference. Do they also have a negate? Nope. More negates. Now we're looking for a blue Cavalier or Nef Mized. I don't think I want the fairy.
I think I would take it.
Nikto.
Yes, 1 less token to block. Cannot. Oh, well, it's close. Like, maybe just give it away. But, like, are you gonna scry in upkeep? Like, because you can exactly fill your mana while playing the fairy and scrying, but I don't know. It's close.
It is pretty close. It is true that I can exactly play the fairy and use 5 to scry.
Like, what else you wanna do?
Alright, sure.
It's quite bad, but...
Is the stream down?
Longer. Stand by and watch.
Asi přestal filit internet. A to je přestal filit arena, ne? Can hear you, but the image is frozen.
Maybe OBS.
Jo, to je můj počítač. To se mi stane.
A co máme dělat?
Za 2 minuty přijde.
Yeah, you should
You should wait. Strasky told like it's gonna be fine in 2 hours, so just stay around.
Strasha says that sometimes happens with his computer, so just give it a few seconds or a minute, and the stream is gonna be back.
Well, they can hear
Yeah.
us,
They can hear us perfectly.
so you can
It's only the-
give like the voice,
It's only
the voice what's going on.
0 FPS. Yeah, that is what is going
Not
on.
that much.
So if I play Cavalier, I don't attack. I can protect the fairy, but I don't think I really care about that. I think I just want to kill my opponent as fast as possible. So I'm gonna attack with the Cavalier.
Well, like then he's not gonna hold anything back. So put upkeep on.
This way I deal 6 and I kill one of my opponent's 2/2s if they want to kill the fairy. Yeah, this is 60 FPH. We're doing frames per hour now.
It's quite good.
That was a
Better
good
than
job.
nothing.
I mean, it would have been also okay if I just drew the Cavalier and give it haste and attack. Is it working now? I think we're back. We are back. Golos is annoying. Because that's going to make 2 tokens, 4 tokens. Plus they have the Golos in play, which they can... Oh, they can't activate it. They don't have 5 colors of mana, but it is still annoying. I want to scry my upkeep. I think I do. I think I want to find another Teferi and bounce this probably.
I think Clarion would be quite okay.
I mean, my opponent still has a fetch land to play.
Like I should probably.
Fires and Teferi. Both of these cards are weird. I don't think I want fires anymore. I don't even know if I want to bounce this.
Don't you want fires? Like.
I mean, I don't have cards to play.
Well, like now you will draw the fairy, and then you will have fires in hand, and you will draw a second card, which you can cast for free, and in the future you can scry. I'm not that sure. Like you don't.
I can't play fires and scry. I think I'm just gonna put fires in the bottom. I think I just want to draw creatures at this point. I am playing my MPL deck, yeah.
Here we go.
I don't think I want to bounce Golos. Because that's just going to give my opponent black mana, more tokens.
This isn't a fight you can win.
I think I'm just going to bounce one of the tokens. I could even plus the Teferi, I guess.
Why would you plus?
To keep the Teferi around for if possible future agent or something.
I've got it.
Do I want to attack?
How many lands do you have in grave?
I have 3, 4, 3.
Great tokens.
They could trade 1. They could trade 2.
If they trade 2, they take 6 and they have nothing.
They have a 2/2. If they trade all of it, they have a 2/2 left. I don't think I want to trade. At this point, I need to draw a flyer and kill them with that.
Oh, you can attack with 1.
Just go for some. Just trade for some tokens, sure.
Like you should trade for with 3. Like it's better. Like then it makes Clarion weaker, but on the other hand they take 3. So the blue cavalier kills them like faster.
I'm not sure if this is right.
If they randomly debut it, might be like.
It's also better to just keep the Cavaliers around if you draw Clarion. That's bad. Maybe we should have had agents in the sideboard.
The game goes like this, you almost every time lose.
Well, I can bounce this and not attack. That doesn't sound very good. So do I use Teferi first so that I get what card? So that I can get 1 card deeper, or is that my only chance to
This is the
ever
best
win?
card you can play.
Yeah, but if I draw with Teferi first, I get 1 card deeper. Otherwise, I'm gonna draw the card that I scribe back on top.
But why would you use the Ferret way rather, like, let's say, sit on the counter spell?
I could draw Clarion and the next turn, like, bounce one
You
of
can
these.
bounce it next turn, like, you know, you can have, like, you know, kind of deal hand.
This is going back. I have to keep the Teferi. I think I'm gonna play Teferi and plus. Actually, no, Teferi's gonna die. Well, is that bad though? If my opponent taps this to kill Teferi, that's the same as me using it.
Yes.
What do you want to put? What do you want to put back on top? The land?
Well,
And then what do? I can play Dissidence and Speed, I guess.
very
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
no,
Yeah, I think you just pass. Any Fate of Wishes? There are no Fate of Wishes. I'll update the stream decker as soon as the game ends. I'm still gonna have the ability to cast this at instant speed.
You can trade eventually for Cavalier.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to do that though.
Like, you would shuffle 2 lands.
Lethal if you just bounce Golos. They have nothing.
They might be. It's correct.
Nothing. 0 way to win.
Just hope our opponent has nothing in hand. Yeah, we're gonna let the fairy die.
You're so
I think just letting Cavalry die, trade for this, and shuffling your deck is legit.
It's not winning play, but
But I think this is better.
wait, don't you wanna?
There's nothing I can do. I mean, I can do this at the end of turn, but I think I want to play the fairy first.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
I have mana to do all of it, right? I have 8 mana. 3, 4, 5, 6, and then pump once and kill them.
Like theoretically, we could try the lens away in the FP because he's still that.
I need to play Clarion.
Yeah, you could play at the end of the turn and then you could, you know, scry and the fairy. But this is fine as well.
Andre spotting lethal. No big deal.
Andre, not bad.
Well, this is bad. This sucks. I could bump this once, so they take 6. And then I Clarion. This gets bounced. And they just replayed.
I think game's over.
I mean, I need to have some outs. This is. I'm gonna use this once. This is fine. It is not looking good with the Hydroid, yes.
Right on schedule.
Actually, do I even need to use this?
No.
Another great situation. Okay, see what the
I should attack with the flyer. I mean, they can either play Krasis or yeah. I'm gonna bounce this. I'm gonna bounce this guy. Actually, I could bounce the Krasis, but then I can't play this at instant speed. Yeah, alright. I'm just gonna die. I'm just gonna play another game. This is over now. Did the stream die again? No. Alright, let me update the list. How does this deck get goals? You need to be fast. I mean, our opponent had a bunch of interaction. They killed our fires with the knight, and they had a bunch of counter spells. They had a bunch of negates. They had a bunch of Aether Gusts. Basically, like Brian Gottlieb winning the fandom tournament one day before we were submitting our MPL deck lists was very, very unfortunate for me, because I felt very good about every other matchup, and this deck wasn't on anybody's radar. And then all of a sudden, Brian wins the whole tournament. He wins the whole tournament, and we suffer greatly from splash damage because this deck obviously doesn't want to see disdainful strokes. It doesn't want to see Agent of Treacheries, like all that stuff on the other side of the table, and like everybody just started playing these cards after Brian won. So that was really, really unfortunate, but that's just how it is. I need to find a planes with this. Basically, if that tournament happened a day later, this deck would have been much better positioned. Because that matchup is tough. It's not unwinnable. I think it's a close matchup, but I would have rather, you know, played against mono black aggros and Simic Rams and stuff like that. What do you think about blue green flash? It just feels like it's not built correctly, or it needs something extra. I'm gonna kill my opponent's board. I could have actually waited for next turn. Just play Fire's Clarion. I still have one more. If I didn't have the second one, I would have probably given them one more turn. But that... Actually, no, I think playing it in your turn is correct. Because this takes away the ability for them to play Spawn of Mayhem next turn. Do you think Oko is OP? I do think Oko is OP. It is very, very good. Alright, Jeskai fires. AKA Czech Cavalry. Yeah, I mean, obviously with banned goals now being a thing and everybody gunning against it, there's nothing I can do about it. I already submitted my deck. I had my deck ready the day before, so you know, when that deck won the tournament, there was nothing. I mean, I had 24 hours to, not even 24 hours. I had like 16 hours, and I needed to sleep, so I had like 8 hours to try to find something different, and that certainly wasn't easy. So I'm not stoked about you know the banned decks, but that's just how it is. I'm gonna board out one of each, I think. In this matchup, all you want to do is just wrath their board every time, or a bunch of times. Yeah, you need to beat them with flyers, or you just need turn 4 fires. Like you just need them to not have like a great draw, basically. You need them to stumble a little bit. This is fine, I guess. This is good if they have Regisaur, but it's not good if they have a bunch of 1-drops. It's good at stopping Regisaur and Spawn of Mayhem. Don't think I want that. I just want to find Clarion. And then the Giant Wrath. Just wrath them a bunch of times. Witch's Oven, huh? Okay. I don't think I care about this all that much. Devout Decree. I think I just want to play the Scryland. Actually, I might just play this so I don't take damage. Yeah, I'll play Steam Vents. And then I'll go... I don't have a second blue source, so I can go turn 4 Fields right now. Dreams. But I can go turn 3 Teferi, turn 4 Teferi, and just do annoying stuff for my opponent. We need Wasteland in Standard? No, we need better mana base in Standard. I'm gonna bounce this. If I bounce Gutter Bones, they would be able to sack it to that. I mean, this way my Teferi dies, but I don't care. I have more Teferis in my hand. I just want to slow the game down right now. Or do I want to? No, I want to bounce this, I think. I just want them to tap 3 more mana to replay this again. And if they're attacking Teferi every turn, I don't really care. This deck can use Fae of Wishes. Yeah, it was in some versions we had. But ultimately it does make the deck a little slow.
This is hardly my worst defeat. You show remorse.
Bounce this again.
Restraint. Let's try this.
Get the second white source in play. Devout Decree does not get rid of the enchantment, so is that something I want? I'll probably just play Cavalier next turn. I mean, it can't be bad, right? I do have a lot of removal, though. Yeah, I'll just put it on the bottom. I have so much removal in my hand. I can kill something with Bone Crusher Giant, I can Devout Decree something else. On the bottom it goes. Peter, hello. What up? Deafening Clarion. So what am I gonna discard to the Cavalier? I can certainly discard a land. I don't think I need more lands. I think I can discard the Clarion as well, although it does give me life if I want to. I guess maybe the Giant is the worst. It depends on what my opponent has in their deck. Like, if I knew what they were playing, that would make my decision easier. Certainly want to discard the land. Just want to find more Cavaliers, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of the Giant. Maybe even Clarion. I just want to be more proactive. I have enough defensive cards. What do you think about Gola's deck that plays 4 Realm Cloak Giants? It's a good deck. If not a lot of people are playing Bone Crusher Giant, then the Giant Wrath is probably better than Time Wipe. But if this is in a lot of decks, then you probably would rather playtime wipe. Do you think aggro stands a chance in a format where there will be mid-range with Oko, Graces? Oko and Graces, like mostly with Oko. Going Goose into Oko definitely makes aggro much worse. Like I haven't had much success with aggro. Like if aggro was viable, you would see me play aggro rather than this. Let me turn on some light here. I'm surprised you didn't like Monarch. I mean, the creatures in the Monarch deck are just so bad. They're just... You're just playing a bunch of Raging Goblins. I would like to play too, but it's not good. I was thinking that, you know, our MPL split is gonna be a lot of Simic Ramp, a lot of green decks, a lot of Oko decks. You could probably build an aggro deck that is good against Golos, but the Simic Ram deck with Oko and Hydroid and just wolf fighting your smaller creatures, it's not a good matchup for you. Our opponent just passed. Interesting.
100% best gamer ever.
I think I'm just gonna kill this in attack. Ondrej.
Famous.
Here is Ondrej.
455 euros. Wow, I never had this many.
We're gonna kill this guy. Because I don't want them to chump block. And then I'll probably just play the Bone Crusher Giant. Did you test Blue-Green Flash? I did test Blue-Green Flash. And I did not have a lot of success with it. It's a good deck. I think it is a deck that is, you know, that is gonna see play. People are gonna play it. It is a good deck. The problem is, like, if your opponent isn't the play and they go turn 1 Goose, turn 2 Oko, then you're just not gonna win. Did you answer to my question? What was your question? Oh yeah, I did answer your question. I think aggro is really bad against Oko, and it's really bad against Graces. It's really bad against the wolf that fights. What is the best color variant for aggro? I don't know. I don't think aggro is very good right now. I think mono red's bad. I think the mono black decks are bad as well. Alright, this is a matchup where Clarion's good. This deck certainly shines in matchups where Clarion is good. I think I'll put that in the bottom. I think I want to find fires. Would give Red Cavalier plus Field of the Dead a shot. Interesting. I mean, everything is possible these days. This is Javier Dominguez. This is Reed's deck, I think. This is really good against me. I'm surprised. Surprised it found its way onto the battlefield, because that can kill any of the Cavaliers for 3 at instant speed. I think I'm gonna play a Hallowed Fountain and pass. Although I don't have Wrath in my deck. I don't need to have a second white source. We should just play Steam Vents. What about red-black? I think red-black is the best of all the aggro decks because you have access to actually good 1-drops. Like Gutterbones and Knight of the Ebon Legion are 1-drops that are actually good. Plus you have access to Drillbit in your sideboard. And you have, like, big creatures. You have creatures that survive Clarion. Like, against me, if somebody does play Rotting Regisaur on turn 3, it is hard to beat that sometimes. Like, you only have Teferi to bounce it. So I think I'm gonna Clarion. I could bounce this and then Clarion. That's probably better. I just want to get deeper into my deck. Yeah, I think I'm gonna bounce the beast.
I am not this one out. That's more like it.
Player number 2, not bad. Reed's deck does look good, yeah. Ooh, draw 2, hello. I like that this deck uses Loxodon, Venerated Loxodon, because this is normally not that impressive. Like it's not good at attacking through, you know, big creatures or whatever, but it does help cast Loxodon earlier, and it does give you some card advantage. I'm gonna play Clarion now, and then Clarion next turn, and in combination with Bone Crusher Giant, it's gonna kill the Lovestruck Beast. So let's start with this. Okay, I'm going to need to kill that. Oh wait, this doesn't attack. Never mind then. Never mind. So this can basically never attack anymore when Tristan is in play. That's actually really funny. So how do I do this? I could Clarion, leave only the beast in play, but that means that it would be able to attack. I'm just gonna play Cavalier. Triple red, triple blue. I think I'm gonna keep the fetch land to shuffle. I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, this is quite the numbo. Alright, we drew fires. That's good. Already have one of these. Wow, I guess does Reed play a bunch of March the Multitudes? He probably does. Am I gonna die if he has that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He makes 7 2/2s. Yeah, I'm gonna die for sure. If I play Clarion before, he only makes 5 of them. Which means that I don't die. Because, yeah, I take a bunch of damage, but I don't die. What's my play? Still need to Clarion, I think. So I'm just gonna do this. He 100% has March the Multitudes. Because it explains why he would play... the 1 mana card. Because that basically costs nothing if you are then using it for Convoke. I can gain 5 now. So I'm gonna be at 19. Yeah, but I'm gonna need another Clarion. I'm gonna take 9 next turn, but I'm gonna put him at 11. Gonna shuffle my deck and pass. I can't play any more spells because I already played fires, and you can only play 2 spells in your turn. I can't use Bone Crusher anymore. He did not use March. Interesting. Usually, having fires and red Cavalier is a very good combo. Because you do get to gain a lot of life. Also, the Red Cavalier's trigger does give you life as well if you played Clara on that turn, because it remembers that the card had lifelink. I'm gonna find a... doesn't really matter. I have triple blue, I have triple red, so... I'll get a blue source. Oh, I should get a red source. So that I could use Cavalier 4 times. So now if I draw a red Cavalier in this, I'm gonna win. I could also play Nif-Mizzet first. And then I'm drawing cards and dealing damage. I don't know what's better. I could also play Nif-Mizzet. Then play Bonecrusher Giant, that's 3. That's 8. If I play Nif-Mizzet and Cavalier, I shoot this. There's no way I die next turn. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it like this. I could play Cavalier first and go for the kill, but I think this is gonna be enough. Oh wait, he has... Oh, no, I messed up. He has Flower... He has Flower Flourish. He can make his creatures quite a bit larger next turn. I can die next turn. Maybe I should have gone for the Cavalier play. Like, me killing one more... Should start with this. Oh wait, it doesn't matter now. Yeah, I should have started with this. I should have started with the temple first, and then if I find... Oh wait, I should have... Does Flower not kill me? Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't. Never mind. What's up, Lucas? How would you sideboard against Green Simic Food Ramp? I like it. I mean, you can probably see it in a little bit when I play against it. So Reed has a lot of creatures. Giant is gonna be good. None of this does anything else. The Theory seems pretty bad against a bunch of 1/1s. I could board out a land, I could board out a Teferi, and Nif-Mizzet was good at killing all the 1/1s. How is Reed sideboarding against me? Alright, let's see Reed's list. If you guys don't know, the list got posted on the Magic website. Reed has a Knight of the Autumn in the sideboard. Has a 2/2, 2 Gideon, Questing Beast. I think Dreams is too slow. Either goes Giant Invention. That's okay. Yeah, let's start with the Temple. I think I'm looking for Clarion now. I'm gonna be able to Bonecrusher Giant. This has to be a pretty good matchup for me. I have so many Wrath of God effects. What's your record so far? I think this is my 3rd match. This is when you play, or is it's when you cast? So I think I'm gonna want to Bonecrusher Giant the Innkeeper. I could also put it on the top of his library in his upkeep. Or when he casts it, but then he's gonna be able to make another 1/1. Yeah, I'm gonna kill the 1/1. Is Cavalier Flame the only mana sink plus fires? You also have the blue castle that you use for scrying, so that you can you basically never flood. Am I playing Bonecrusher Giant, or am I leaving it for... I'm leaving it for next turn. I want to put this on top. Yeah, basically we're also playing either Gust's main, which is really, really weird under normal circumstances, but the best decks in Standard are currently blue, or are currently green. Like every deck plays Oko and Nissa and, you know, all the new green stuff. Golden Goose. I do like Reed's deck. I think it's a cool deck. I'm gonna find a mountain here, I believe, so that I have enough red sources for a red Cavalier in case of fire dying. I could play Giant, or I could just put this on top. What is the play? I think I like the Giant. If anything gets banned, they're not gonna ban Oko. They just printed it. You saw how unlikely they were to, you know, ban stuff like Hogak that could just do forever. Tried one kink in the deck. Decent with fires. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It is good. Imagine if I had the Giant Wrath now. My Bone Crusher would survive, and I would just kill the entire board. So basically, that's the card I'm hoping to draw now. I'm gonna play Cavalier, go to 11, and I'm gonna hope to draw into the Giant Wrath. And there it is. So we're gonna go fetch first. No, we're gonna go this first, fetch first, this second, so that I can fetch away the second land. Not gonna attack. I'm gonna trade these and block these and play the Giant next turn and just sweep the board. I got a Gruul deck that I took to Mythic #1 rank today. Well, there's probably no Mythic players at all, right? But if you do have the list, I am interested. You can post it in the chat. I like fires. Oops, I forgot to... I didn't want to keep the fairy, I don't think. I just clicked because I saw fires, but I didn't actually check the second card. Go to 2. Next we play fires and Giant. And we're gonna see a scoop from Javier, I believe. Unless any of these are Giants, which they're not. This is a really, really, really cool animation. I really like that. They never ban the actual problem cards. I don't know. I don't think Oko's gonna get banned, basically. It is really powerful, but I don't think it's gonna get banned. That's just not happening. We're playing Standard right now. Shocking, I know. It is the deck that I submitted for the MPL. It is the Fire's Invention deck, also known as Czech Cavalry, if you want to call it that. I was really excited about the deck. I basically had it ready way before the submission deadline, which was yesterday. But then Brian Gottlieb, you know, took his opportunity to win the Fandom Legends tournament with Gol's Band Ramp, which is not a great matchup for this deck. And I'm suffering a lot from splash damage because now there is infinite Disdainful Stroke, there's infinite Agent of Treacheries, and all of those cards are also good against my deck. So I really did not want to see that. I have to pass here. We didn't find a third untapped land in the 3 Scries, which was unfortunate because you would love to play the Fairy here and not have it killed by Disdainful Stroke. Not have it killed by Thought Eraser. Oko is busted, yes. Oko is very, 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 very good. We need to find the 4th land. If we find the 4th land, we go to Fairy. Oh my god, no, this comes into play tapped. The deck plays 29 lands because it's super, super, super important to make a land drop every single turn. Now, whatever I play, my opponent's gonna play Doom Foretold and I'm gonna have to sack it. if I had an untapped land, I would have been able to go fires, put a giant in play. If my opponent plays fires, I'm just gonna sack the giant, and like next turn I'm gonna play Cavalier, bounce the Doom Foretold, and it's gonna be really hard to lose from that position. But now I'm just gonna lose to Doom Foretold because I don't have much to play. I'm gonna play giant. Oh no! Obviously played the wrong one. This is the giant I want to play. I'm just getting a little too far ahead of myself. I'm gonna play giant, sack it to Doom Foretold. Next turn I'm gonna go fires and bounce it with the Teferi. Next turn sack the Teferi, and we'll see what happens afterwards. Yep. Yep. I'm gonna go fires Teferi, bounce this. Wait with the Cavalier for next turn. Hopefully set up both Cavaliers so that I can actually kill my opponent.
This might be a bad idea.
Yeah, I kind of wish I had the second giant in play so that I could finish off my opponent later. Like, in some cases you scry here. But I think I want to try to draw the red Cavalier, which would be 15 damage, or 16 or 17 if I found a red source. So that would kill my opponent. I think I'm just gonna sack this, not scry, play this first, then second play Teferi, bounce this. Red Cavalier, untap land. Okay, they're dead. Either Gus goes back. Island goes, fires goes back. Play an island. Actually, I did it the other way around. It doesn't matter because they're dead, but this, I'm gonna discard one land. I should have kept the bad cards in my hand to discard them to Cavalier. One of them should have been a land. Now you need to make sure that you look at Auto Tapper, because it likes to do this. It likes to tap both of your red sources when they're dead. So make sure you are careful with Auto Tapper, because that is a way to lose in weird situations. Yeah, and they take 17 and they're dead. Basically, if you get to play 2 cards a turn when they're only replaying Doom Foretold, then that's great for you. Did you already explain why the either Gus made that? Yeah, let's do a little deck tech then. Do you guys want to do that? Let's do a little deck tech. So, oh wait, we're in the sideboard. Yeah, let's do it after this game because I still want to finish this game. Stroke comes in, Dispute comes in, Ashia comes in, 2 Giant come in, Crusher comes out, Gust comes out. Clarion comes out, and that's 60. You could keep in Bone Crusher, but after sideboard you have a lot of ways to counter Doom Foretold. You also get to bounce it with the Teferi, so it's not that big a deal. Yeah, let's do a little deck tech after this match, so I can upload that on YouTube. The Teferi and a bunch of lands. I think this is a keep. It's not great. We don't have any counters. We don't have fires, but the Teferi is pretty good against their deck. You don't really want to mulligan too much against a deck with Thought Erasure. I'm gonna put Red Cavalier on the bottom. It does have a lot of it does have a lot of mythic cards. All the Cavaliers are mythics. The Teferi is just a rare though. I don't really want to draw more lands, but I kind of do want to keep the Fabled Passage in my hand for after Cavalier. Because This basically, like, this is the play that's really good in Legacy, right? Like, in Legacy, people play Brainstorm and Fetch Land. That's one of the most powerful things. Obviously, Brainstorm costs 1 mana. But here it's really good, too. Yeah, we drew this at turn too late. Otherwise, we would have been able to exactly snipe the Teferi with it for 1 mana. Now we can do that, so the only option we have is Teferi plus. We're not going to bounce their Gilded Globe. Actually... It does mean that they can't play Doom Foretold. I get a card out of it, and they can't play Doom Foretold. Because if they do, we both sacrifice the fairies. Yeah, not really sure what's the play here. But if I knew they had Doom Foretold and 4th line in hand, I would bounce the Gilded Globe. I guess I'm gonna go for it. They're gonna get an extra card, but that's not super relevant. Have you already played some MPL matches? I played 1, and I am not gonna tell you how it ended. I'm gonna put it on YouTube, so make sure you subscribe to that YouTube channel, and you can check out that match later, probably today or tomorrow, so that you get the full experience. They played Doom Foretold anyway, that's interesting. So now they're gonna have to sack the Fairy or the Doom Foretold. If they sack the Fairy, that's great. We have 4 blue Cavaliers. If they sack, there's some consideration to playing a land untapped, so that if they also brought in Mystical Dispute, I can make them pay 3 more if they play a blue spell without them being able to counter it back, because I would have 3 mana open. I will counter this. Oh wait, this is going off anyway. It didn't, yeah, maybe I should, that was bad. I should have kept that. Gonna discard one of the Cavaliers. Could have discarded a land. Give you that YouTube address. All right, here. Everybody should subscribe to this, and you're gonna see the decks to the MPL matches tomorrow or later today. Is Doom Foretold a 4th of? I think so. Some decks only play 3, but I think it's the best card in their deck. I should not have used the counterspell. That was stupid, I think. I forgot that this is going off in my turn anyway. Like, I'm getting my turn before they get their turn, so. Now I would have had an extra counter. They don't have anything? What is going on? Do I even play a second Cavalier here? I kind of just want to scry. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep up the counter. Like, if I play Cavalier, they're very likely just gonna wrath me. Link is broken? It does... Oh, wait, hold on, sorry. Yeah. There should be MTG at the end of this. There should be... Sorry. This should work. Yeah, this should work. Sorry about that. What is happening here? They're not even attacking. Interesting. I'm gonna search. I'm gonna put an island in play. And I'm gonna use this. Am I actually even gonna search? Like, what are they gonna play? How are they gonna kill this at instant speed? Why would you keep this untapped? What? Why would you keep Oh, okay. I have 3. No, I have 4 blue sources. Why would you possibly do that? Let's put them at 6. Be very careful with auto tapper in this deck. Now what? Guess I'll just scry and pass. I like more counters. Probably want something better though. I mean, to be fair, it's probably not easy to program the auto tapper so that it takes into account, you know, all the possible combinations and everything. Yeoman5, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. You guys should follow Yeoman on Twitter. I am certainly using his deck lists a lot. He does brew quite a lot. He does post infinite deck lists, so that's a good place to find new cool stuff. I think it's twitter.com/yeoman5 if I am not mistaken. So go click that and also give him a follow. I do have to make them pay more because otherwise the card is useless. Dovin's veto, so they really want to keep the 2 mana up. Sure.
I am not going to sit this one out. I've got it.
Yeoman _5. Alright, let me link that. If they attack, we're gonna beat them with Cavalier. Oh wait, this is Vigilance, never mind. Never mind then. Fires is good, but I have a feeling they have another veto. Normally I would keep Fires, but I don't have mana for Fires and Cavalier. So I'm actually going to put it on the bottom, because I'm pretty sure their hand has another veto. Otherwise there's no reason for them to veto my Mana Leak when they can just pay for it. So I'll just put this on the bottom. Draw. And now I could either Red Cavalier and attack, which they have to chump with the 1/1, or I'm gonna play Blue Cavalier and draw some cards and see what I draw. I would like to find Tetheri, that would be a good one. But that one still gets countered, so my opponent's also very close to playing the Expel. I think I messed up by not playing one of the Cavaliers, I think that was bad. Should I make them chum block? How many lands do I have? 1. Let's put a Cavalier into play that is lethal. Oh, I don't have Fires. I was gonna play another one. Oops, that was bad. I was gonna play another Red Cavalier, discard this and pass. Alright, let's get this countered. And pass the turn. Oh wow, they don't have anything?
You show remorse, I'll show restraint.
Alright. I'm really surprised. This is weird.
That's more like it.
This is really weird. There's 6 Cavaliers in M20. Aren't there just 5? Isn't there a Cavalier from every color? Is there a colorless Cav? Oh, the 1/1 for 3. Yeah, it is 6. If they don't put anything on board that interacts with a hasty Cavalier, they're just gonna die to that. Yeah, now I'm paying the price of not realizing I'm not. Okay, well they're just died. They're just dead to this. I don't think they realized that. They can't even bluff anything because we have Teferi in play, so unless they literally just play a blocker, which I don't even know if they have in their deck, they're not gonna win. So careful with the mana. Yep, keeps red untapped. And yep, like with haste. They should have named Red Cavalier, obviously. I thought this deck was really well positioned until Brian Gottlieb won the Fandom Legends tournament with Golos, which is not a great matchup, and it means that people are playing a lot of cards like Disdainful Stroke and what is the other card? Disdainful Stroke and Agent of Treachery. This hand, ugh. Is this keepable? I think it is keepable. We're just hoping our opponent is gonna play aggro. Would Ilhard add anything to the deck? No. Doesn't draw you more cards or anything. Alright, our opponent's in green. We're gonna be able to use this Ether Gust well. It's a really hard deck to play. It's not easy. There's so many decisions. Interesting. So we kind of want to counter Oko. So let's just pass. Ideally, they play Oko. I put it back on top of their deck, and my turn, I'm gonna go tap Temple and Bone Crusher Giant. Their tap Paradise Druid. If they go with like Temple, if they don't do that, then that works as well. I don't even know if I want to either gust this. Kind of just want to play Bone Crusher Giant and put it into play and just block the Questing Beast next turn. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take 4 and save their Ether Gust. Although it is real awkward. No, let's just put it on top of their deck. I wouldn't be able to sequence my plays really well, because if I do play Giant next turn, it means that my 4th land comes into play tapped and I can't play Fires. And that's one of the most important things in this deck. So let me kill this. Play as Cryland, make sure that my 4th land comes into play untapped. Next turn I can go Fires and a 4/3 Bone Crusher Giant. Hey Brad, how did day 1? I played 1 match. I am gonna upload the match on YouTube, so I'm not gonna tell you, I'm not gonna spoil the result. I only played 1 match yesterday. I'm playing 3 more matches today. All of that is gonna get uploaded on the YouTube channel, so make sure to go check that out. Mech Mechanism, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Sorry if I missed any subs or any raids or something when I was doing the deck, but I just wanted to make sure that I'm looking at the camera. Oh, Arena Decklist, hello. Is Jerry here as well? I missed a bunch of stuff in the chat when I was doing that. Sorry. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. Hold on. What am I doing? I'm playing a Castle, this, and Bone Crusher Giant. My opponent is very likely going to play Nissa. I'm going to need to find one of the Cavaliers. Either one is going to give me more cards, so that'd be a good start. Drawn from Dreams would also be excellent here. Brad, I could message you, yeah, but I kind of do want to make that, you know, so that people can watch the game and just not have a spoiled result. I'll tell you that I was really tired. There's some situations where I messed something up really badly, and that was pretty bad. But I was super tired, so let's just say that. Yeah, we can only scry here. I'm gonna put the second fires in play and pass the turn, I guess. Set a stop for your upkeep. Make sure you do that. I think I'm going to want to do that with the castle if I don't find anything on top of my deck. Y3 main deck Idagust, because all the good decks are green now. If you look at my split, everybody except for me is playing green, so clearly we did have a good read. That was Stan's idea. I would have probably played something like Quench, which is not great after you put this in play. But Stan was like, no, you should play main deck Idagust, and I was like, yeah, okay, well, if you say so. Giant's bad. Actually, is Giant bad? Giant kills. No, I need to find Cavaliers now. Either Gust does not help here. Alright, give me a Niv-Mizzet or a Cavalier. Deafening Clarion number 2 that still doesn't kill the Hydra. I think I want to play a land. You have to be careful with how many lands you play, because you do have the Red Cavalier in your deck, so you can end up being short on cards you want to discard because you're gonna need to find something in the on top of your deck. I'm gonna play it here because if I do find if I'm scrying next turn and I find Cavalier, I might want to give it haste and attack. The MPL split you can find on magic.gg. Sorry for not ignoring the chat, I just moved the camera on the other side. Yeah, Brett Nelson in the chat, FF Freak, MTG. If you guys want to see what's good in Standard, you should also follow him, because he is usually setting the trends. Brad basically did break it. I'm gonna block, I think. Why is my opponent not attacking with this? Because I would just trade. I am in deep, deep trouble. I guess in some world I can play both Cavaliers and kill them. If my opponent just passes, for whatever reason, I can play both Cavaliers next turn, bump my creatures 3 times, and that would be 23 damage, I think. Yeah, Hydroid is not gonna make that possible. I also forgot to set a stop in my upkeep, so now I can't scry, and I am dead. Is there any alternatives to Niv-Mizzet? Yeah, Niv-Mizzet is not that important. You should play the new white guy that has like 5 different abilities for 5 different colors. People have been suggesting that. I think that card is I think that card could be pretty good. I just wanted a flying thread. So our opponent played a lot of big creatures. I think we won Wrath against that. You don't always want this against blue green, but my opponent did have a lot of big creatures, so I think I'm gonna bring that in. I'm gonna board out 1 land. I'm gonna board out 1 Niv-Mizzet. Like, boarding always depends on what exactly is your opponent's configuration. Sometimes you do want Giant, sometimes you don't. Like, it depends. Sometimes you want Disdainful Stroke if you know that they have a bunch of agents and stuff. So this depends a lot on what they have exactly. I'm tempted to play Boros-based Angel instead of Niv-Mizzet. Niv-Mizzet. Just you can just play anything else. Just like, you don't even have to play Niv-Mizzet. You can just play the 4th drawn from Dreams. I kind of just like playing a big creature because creatures are good in this deck. I like to be proactive, but you don't have to play Niv-Mizzet. That's a mulligan. Even though we do have fires, this hand is much better. I'm gonna get rid of one of these lands. No, I want the second white source, so I'm getting rid of Steam Vents. I want to find more red sources, more land sources on the top, I think. I'll keep a land. Not sure if that's correct, but I'm gonna keep a land. After this, I can safely start bottoming lands with more temples. So yeah, the five mana card does seem good with fires if you don't want to play Nifmazed. It might even be better than Nifmazed. Is Brad rank number 1 right now? Is he really? I missed a bunch of stuff in chat. Record with this deck, I think I played 4 matches. I think I'm 4-1 today. This deck is combo control or mid range. It could be either of the three. I'm not sure if this is correct. My opponent did have Questing Beast in their deck.
I am not making this up.
Maybe I should have played Deafening Clarion. I did forget about that part. If my opponent goes Questing Beast here, that is a pretty good play. You don't have Questing Beast. That's good. All right, we're gonna kill their board. They can't counter. Are they gonna attack the Theory? They will.
Enough.
They're risking me playing Bone Crusher Giant, but that's still a good play. I could wait with Clarion, but I don't want to let them play Nissa. So that would be very stupid. Let's just sweep the board, plus the Theory. Later I'm gonna be able to bounce their food or something. They clearly don't have a Questing Beast, I think, because I think they would have played it and just attacked the Theory. I could be wrong, but I think that's the line they would have taken if they did have Questing Beast. Well, never mind, they have it anyway. I could have bounced this last turn to prevent this from happening, because now Questing Beast kills the Theory, which is awkward for me. But I thought if they had that, they would have played that last turn. Alright, we didn't draw the land, so all I can do is play the 4-3 as a blocker. I'm not going to block for obvious reasons, because we have Realm Cloak Giant. Wicked Wolf. Alright, that's unfortunate, but that's still fine. If we ever draw a land, we can kill their board. You just hit Diamond, now you're working on your article. I already submitted my article this morning. I'm being productive. Oketra is also another thing you could play, yeah. Actually, did I just... No, it's not a giant, never mind, what am I doing? This might be Lucas Esper's list, because he does play Questing Beast. This design is awkward. We don't have fires. We just have a bunch of defensive cards. Hydra is gonna die. They have another Expel. Sure looks like that. They could have Hydra plus Counterspell. No, they're going for Hydra as a 6/6. Yeah, I am dead. I am super dead. What's up, Dragon? Hello. Questing Beast Rex Field. It was good here. So my only chance is like hoping my opponent floods out and me just having a bunch of Cavaliers blocking Hydra. I certainly don't want to bounce it with either Gust. That's not happening. This I can't even cast. I don't have the right mana for it. Do you think this version with creature is better than the Planeswalker version? I do. I think the Planeswalker version is bad. The Planeswalker version is just like, you're just defending yourself. You're not really doing anything proactive, and Sarkhan is just very disappointing right now. People just bounce a token back to your hand with Brazen Borrower. Like, like, Sarkhan's just not what it used to be. Yep, we are dead.
Harness the elements.
I'm at 6. I'm at 4. Take 6. Paradise Druid, interesting. I can go Clarion for both sides. Gain 5 that way, put Nissa to 1, but then I'm taking 9. So I would have to put this on the top of their deck with Nissa in play, but I'm gonna kill Nissa. So yeah, I think this is my play. Unless they have negate, in which case I'm dead. They do have negate. Yeah, I'm dead. My play was this: attack Nissa to 1, go to 9. In my opponent's upkeep, or in my opponent's draw, like after they draw, like before they get to attack me with this, I would bounce this on the top of their deck. Hopefully they break. Next turn I kill Nissa. They just have a 3/3. I'm at 6. And I can finish off Nissa, play another Cavalier, and then be up against 5/5 Hydroid, which would only draw them 2 cards. So I think that would still be they'll still be in an okay spot, but the negate kills me. Have you tried Pay of Wishes? I have. It was a little slow, but I did try that. Alright, let's play some more. I mean, the matches are close, like, you know, it's still, Standard has only been out for 3 days, like, unfortunately I don't have a deck that just wins against everything. The matches are still close. Like, I didn't have fires. You need to have fires. Fires is really, really important in this deck. Yeah, they just had a better stuff that game. This hand is weird. I have the Theory on the play. I have 3 lands. We don't have fires. I don't know if I should keep this. If I have fires on top, it's a great hand. It's probably a mulligan. Actually, no, let's keep this. I don't have what my opponent's playing. It could be a good hand. It could be horrendous against like an aggro deck, but we're drawing 1 extra off of the Teferi, and we have Teferi on 3. Green-black, okay. Against some decks, you just resolve the Cavaliers, and that's good enough. That was a really good draw, because now I get to kill their 2-drop and then put this into play as a 4/3 before playing my Teferi. And yeah, sometimes all you need to keep is 3 Cavaliers, and your opponent is just like, alright, well, Jeskai, I'm not beating that. Maybe they kept, I guess they mulligan kept the 1-lander and just didn't draw the 2nd land. I'm gonna assume they're on creatures. Green-black, huh? Green-black. All my cards are good. Even Devote Decree is good if they play a lot of like if they're mostly black, then Devote Decree is good. If they're mostly green, then what are they playing black for? Murderer's Rider. It kind of depends if they have Rotting Regisaur or not. If they have Regisaur, I do want to have Decree. If they don't, then I don't really care. I'll have one in the deck. I'll go a little defensive and just put one in the deck. How do you think this deck lines up against Espermans? I think pretty well. Like you have fires, and if you have Teferi like bounce their stuff, like with fires you get to play 2 cards a turn. They don't have any creatures in play, so your Cavaliers having haste is really good for you. This hand is too slow. I kind of want to I just want to find a hand with Bone Crusher Giant. Yep, this hand's good. I don't even know what to put back. This hand is too good. Do I just put back the actual Wrath? Did I just put back Fires? No, there's no way I'm putting back Fires. I could put back either Gust. They're multi-6 as well. Wow, what would you guys put back from this hand? This hand is just too powerful. Do you think Willie Edder's Gruul list is a good deck to take? I think aggro decks is good in the first week usually, because the control decks don't really know if they want to play negates or essence captures. I'm gonna put back the Aether Gust. I don't know if that's right. I feel like I'm gonna have enough time to just leverage this for like a full board sweep, which I think is really important. Like this just gives me so much time. And if we're both struggling, then like putting one card back on the top of their deck doesn't really do much for me because I'm not really progressing my own board. How do I play this now? If I play Sacred Foundry untapped, my second land comes into play tapped. So I think I'm gonna start with the Castle. Actually, no, that was wrong. That was wrong. I should have started with this and get an island so that I can play turn 3 Giant. My opponent decided not to play anything on turn 2. Is there any creature on turn 3 that I can Giant? Probably not. I'm just gonna play my land tapped. They're just passing again. What do they have? Like Vraska? Because we're gonna find out. Sure. So this is some green-black food deck, or maybe some green-black like just value stuff. Actually, I don't know if I want to find... I don't really know what I want to find with this. Kind of just want to find a white source in case my opponent destroys fires. I think I'm gonna go... Yeah, I think I'm gonna go this... Sag, get Plains. Play Invention and probably play Clarion. Yeah, I don't think I want to give my opponent food tokens, so... I'm just gonna play the Clarion here. Realm Cloak Giant at $5. Should we buy it now? I think it already went up a bunch due to Brian winning Fandom on Thursday. That was an excellent draw. Cavalier is the pick for sure, and I guess the Fairy. I have enough sweepers, so let's do this. Now I can scry before I draw, or I can scry after. I'm gonna scry after. I'm just gonna put the bad cards on bottom, like on top and then on bottom. All right, they know they have nothing going, and we're just gonna get infinite value from our stuff. So Brian winning the fandom tournament definitely hurts this deck quite a bit. Because people now have a lot of Disdainful Strokes and Agent of Treacheries, which does suck, but you can't have everything. I wanna find this on turn 1, and I'm gonna put this into play on tap, so my opponent doesn't know what I do. I could have Quench, I could have a bunch of stuff. Hopefully they play a creature that has 2 toughness and not 3. Or they could just pass, in which case I will just burn them and put the Giant in play. Against aggressive decks, the Giant is so good. Like, imagine they play like Belt Collector, whatever early drops this deck usually has. You just kill it with Giant, then you put a 4/3 in play that just later trades with Gruul Spellbreaker or, you know, something else. Just like for the price of 1 card, you do get to trade it for something else. And the 2-drop you killed with it. So that's, like, this card is so strong. Yeah, our opponent's on the same. We are gonna attack and put another Giant in play. It will block, alright. Am I sacking a Fumbled Passage or am I playing this? I think I'm playing Hallowed Fountain. I don't want to take 1 more damage next turn. Oh, 2 more damage next turn, I mean. It's likely I'm gonna go this for 2 damage and then play it next turn, so that for that I need a second red source. We'll hide Therox, huh? I guess I'll just pass. My opponent attacks, I block. Use the ability. And finish it off with Bone Crusher Giant. I think that makes the most sense. So I can't use the castle. I should just play this now. But I don't really want another blue-white land. I just need more red sources. Maybe I should scry. I want to put both of these lands into play. Yeah, I'm gonna play the scry land actually. I'm just never gonna play the Hallowed Fountain anymore. Is it worth running a couple off-color answers in the main deck? You could. Like, at some point I was playing a Teamer Fires deck with literally 3 Chaos Wrath in my deck, and I had no way to get any color of white or black mana. I was literally running a 3-color deck with a card from the other 2 colors I was not playing that I couldn't cast. Would you make any changes to the deck in best of 1? That depends on what the best of 1 metagame is. If there's not a lot of aggro decks, then you don't want to basically treat it as sideboarding. Like, think of the best of 1 metagame and just tune your deck to beat that. Like, if people are playing a lot of big creatures, you want to play the Giant Wrath in your main. If people are not playing a lot of aggro, you probably don't want, you know, Deafening Clarence. What does this do? Each other non-human creature enters the battlefield with an extra counter on it. Sure. So let's activate this guy. Finish it off. Bone Crusher Giant is so powerful. Sack your land. Draw out the Fairy, that's good. We can bounce this, but we probably just want to play Deafening Clarion, honestly. I could also go Teferi plus and Clarion this at instant speed. I could also go Clarion and play Giant. I think that's probably the best. But that way I don't... Yeah, I'm gonna go Teferi. I'm gonna go Teferi plus. And see what happens in my opponent's turn.
Here goes nothing.
If they attack, will I take it? If they had more small creatures, they would have already played it. So I think I'm just gonna cash in the Clarion as soon as they attack the Fairy. Whoa. Now I wish I played that Bone Crusher Giant, huh? I have to play this in response, otherwise it enters as a 6-5 and then I can't trade for Giant, so... Yeah, that was pretty awkward. I really wish I played this instead then. Playing Clarion and Giant means that you have one less loyalty counter on Teferi, which can come into play later if you are bouncing your opponent. If you want to bounce more of your opponent's stuff. I think I will keep playing the lands. Will I? I'm gonna scry my upkeep. Yeah, I mean I don't even have triple red now. I played 1 Bone Crusher, but 3 Bone Crushers. So I can't really draw that. I can draw either Gust. Yeah, I think it's fine. Clarion and Giant would have worked better there. Health Collector, okay. Oh no, stop, no, I forgot. Well, that's good because now I drew this. I forgot to set a stop for my upkeep for the castle, which I would have used. Look at the way it taps your mana. It's so weird. Why would you tap like that? I wanna keep red sources for obvious reasons. I'm not gonna be able to use this. We're looking for, is this game 2? This is game 1. See what we get. Either Ghost, Clarion, Nithmizad. Nithmizad can't block this guy. We kinda need Red Cavalier. Nithmizad and definitely Clarion is also pretty funny. I am just dead. My opponent's just gonna kill me with the 5-4. I can Clarion away the 1-1. I can Teferi away the 1-1. Definitely getting Teferi. I don't have a third red for Nithmizad. It's so awkward. Still gonna take it, I think, but my biggest hope here is that my opponent finishes off Teferi next turn, but they're never gonna do that. Like they should just 6 damage face me. Turn on CBD or not on that PC. What is CBD? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They want to scry my upkeep. I'm gonna have 3 mana left. I don't think I want to do that. I did find Red Cavalier. That's a good start. But I'm dead. Alright, matchup where Wrath of God comes in. I wonder how good this is. Again, like, it's much better when you have your opponent's deck list. Like, if they have Gruul Spellbreaker, if they have, like, the 2-mana Goblin with Riot, then this is probably worth it, because they also have Skargan Hellkite. They have Domre. It probably is worth it anyway. Definitely bringing this in. Also, it depends on what exactly they're playing. If they have a lot of expensive cards, I think I would bring this in. Not having fires was bad in that game. That was the key. Deafening Clarion doesn't kill all that much. Neither does Giant. This is really awkward. I'm not really sure how to sideboard. It could be a little slow. You can always board out a land. That's the good thing about playing 29 lands. It doesn't feel bad when you board out 1 land because the matchup does tend to get more interactive after sideboard. So you're not just trying to not draw people with fires and lands and Cavaliers. After sideboard, there's more interaction and more stuff is happening. It's not that important to make every single land drop. Giant does trade for a lot of creatures. I think I could get rid of a Clarion because they're more likely to have questing beasts and a lot of creatures that I can't kill. I don't know if Stroke is good. I'm gonna have one in the deck. I don't know if that's. Oh, I forgot about the removal. How come you don't run any cheap cantrips to help assemble the combo? You have a lot of Scrylands, and the Teferi also draws you cards. Like you actually have a lot of ways to see more cards. Like you have a lot of card selection. This is a real awkward hand. I'm gonna keep it because it does have a plan. Interesting. I think I want lands though. Questing Beast is not a big deal. I can just trade with that. Again, awkward. Really awkward having two temples here. I can't kill this and bounce the next creature because I don't have a third untapped land. I could gamble that I'm gonna draw it. I could put this into play untapped and hope that I draw a third untapped land. Because that would make my draw real good. The other option is to just play this tapped. Yeah, I think that's the best. I think it's best to hope that I draw the untapped land. Oh wow, we can actually bounce this guy, but I can go to Teferi plus. Nope. Deafening Clarion. I don't think so. Well, this is unfortunate. We need land, so I'm gonna bounce the druid.
Sorry, I'm late. Don't worry.
We need land number 5 quickly so that I can play this and sweep their board. I could put the giant in play, hope to trade with it, but there is a pretty good chance my opponent is gonna find something to get rid of the giant. And I just need to make land drops. I think this is better, especially if they kill the Teferi. That this is, I don't want to say Mindslaver, but that's kind of what I would like to hear to happen. Alright, interesting. Now what? I don't want to bounce a creature because that doesn't solve any problems. I could just play Cavalier. No, I'm just gonna play Bone Crusher Giant then. And maybe not even use Wrath. Now I can either block or not even block at all. Wrath next board and still keep my giant in play. Depends on what my opponent's gonna do. Numbers ambush, alright, that's definitely gonna prompt the Wrath from me. I hope they also put the Paradise Druids in play. Super good. Super good. We have a plan for next turn too. Unless they have a haste guy or the pro blue guy, I can bounce it to their hand with the Teferi and then counter it on the way back. This is fine. We go to 4. But we have a Teferi bounce and stroke ready. I will scry first or second. I wouldn't mind drawing a land, so I'm gonna scry second, I think.
Let's slow this down.
Am I looking for specific? Maybe I am gonna scry first. I guess I don't want lands. Drawn from dreams. I guess that's good.
Let's try this.
It's not like it's Fires is the card I'm looking for. This is not as good as Fires, but it is similar. Cavalier. I'm gonna play it in my turn. I could play it at instant speed, but oh wait, I don't have mana to Either Gust. I thought I had extra blue mana for Either Gust. So that if I find Either Gust in this, I can counter something. Oh, that was... Maybe I shouldn't have kept it then. Yeah, I should not have kept it. Because with the land, I put Realm Cloak. Yeah, I should not have kept it. I should definitely not have kept Drawn from Dreams. So I can't even. Yeah, I can. I don't know why I kept it. I can't even play it right now. If my opponent plays a 5/4 haste guy, I don't have a way to interact with it. I would rather keep the other land. No. All right, now we got it. Funnily enough, we're gonna discard the draw. Are we? What if I discard like this? We don't have triple blue. Alright, let's discard this. Alright, there's the Ether Gust. An island for Cavalier. I could have given it haste, but I thought this was better because now I can interact with my opponent. I'm gonna die next turn though. Oh wait, no, I'm gonna have Cavalier. Yeah, I'm fine. I certainly messed up big time by keeping the drone though. I have one land in the graveyard. We're getting close to being able to kill our opponent. If I had fires in play, I just put both of these in play. My opponent's dead. Everything gets haste. They die. Now this is 13, so we're not killing them, and they have the Hellkite. So I have to just play this. See what I draw. Then probably use this to put them in at 11. Flumok's good. Thanks for the host. Appreciated. Let me figure out what I'm putting on top here. We know that they don't have another green source, so we're not dead to the 5/4 protection from blue guy. I want to play the Hollow Fountain untapped. Tapped, I mean. Wait, I can still play Bone Crusher Giant this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I'm getting rid of Hollow Fountain in that case. And I guess I'm gonna put Cavalier on top. I could just play this as a big guy and next turn. Yeah, I think that's my play. Attack for 6. Play Giant as a 4/3. And next turn play Red Cavalier, give everything haste, and attack for a bunch. Grove Chamber Guardian, sure. That is gonna get bounced. This is not gonna be enough. Maybe I should even leave the fairy in play so my opponent can't do anything. Do I kill them regardless? I play Cavalier, give everything haste. So both of the Cavaliers are 6-point flyers. So this is probably the best I can do. Sure. It doesn't really matter what I do here. Let's use the Cavalier. Every creature you control gets haste. They can't play anything, they don't have flyers, so we're just gonna attack with these 2 Cavaliers. BV Rail, thanks for the host as well. Yeah, sorry for ignoring chat a little bit. I just have it on the other side. It's hard to read this. I guess I can put it in this little pop-up window. Do you guys know how to do that? What's the way to get chat to pop out in this extra window? I can't figure it out. How's that deck performing? It's performing pretty well. I'm winning more than I'm losing. I think I won the second stroke. And Clarion looked pretty bad. But sometimes it does kill the Paradise Druids and like some smaller creatures. Maybe 2 is enough. I still need to board out one more card. Maybe Drawn is too slow on the draw. What about the Decree? I think Decree is good. I think it's better than Clarion, actually. Although Clarion can give you lifelink. Maybe Teferi is the bad card here. Yeah, Teferi is bad against a deck with a bunch of haste creatures. I'm not sure if this is right. I am very defensive now. Click settings under chat box. Oh, chat, thank you. Not here though. It doesn't give me the option. Just pop out and check. It is a different word. Yeah, it's a good hand. This is a pop-out window in check, if you're actually curious. Am I starting with Temple? I would have to shock myself on turn 2. Alright, so the plan here is to counter their spell, whatever it is, with either Disdainful Stroke or Either Gust. Alright, this I cannot counter, but I can interact with it with Bonecrusher Giant, which is good. Gruul Spellbreaker, huh? What about that? That's fine. We have to kill the Pelt Collector, right? Otherwise it grows twice. Yeah, I'm killing Pelt Collector. I can't kill Paradise Druid because that way we're gonna make this too big. Now I can just put this guy in play as a 4/3, challenge the Spellbreaker. So if we're trading, that's good for me. And then next turn, if they play Hellkite or something now, I can just put it back on the top of their deck and counter it on the way back. The deck lists in your division are so greedy, only Reed has brought a somewhat aggressive deck. Yeah, I mean, the aggressive decks are just not very good right now. That's the problem. Alright, this is a good play, because putting any number of counters on this does trigger the surge part, so that was pretty cool. We also can't counter it with Stroke, so it's actually not very good for me right now. I can put 2 cards back on the top of their deck with Either Gust though. This needs to find a red source. You can do that now. Oh wait, maybe a white source actually. I'm gonna need to draw one of the big creatures to stop my opponent from attacking me. Do you see what I just did? No. Oh. Guess I'm taking 4 then. Although, wait, them not attacking with Paradise Druid probably means they have a 5-drop or something, or that they want to activate this. Maybe I didn't even really want to play it on the Spellbreaker. I don't know. Yeah, we definitely do want to draw Giant. Do we want to gust that while it's in the stack? Is my out just Giant? Should I just let it resolve and hope that I draw Giant? If I Either Gust, I have a lot of really good outs still, because like I can draw a removal spell for Paradise Druid, for example. Like I can draw a Bonecrusher Giant. What's in my deck? Also, just any big creature is good. Yeah, sure, let's go for that. I can't play Red Cavalier now though, that's super awkward. Is Golos the deck to beat right now? I think it is. We're still super early into the meta. No! If I scry with Temple, I can't scry with the other lands, but you need the third Red Swords next turn. No! And the Bone Crusher Giant that would have killed the Paradise Druids, they wouldn't have been able to play the Ceratops. Awkward. Awkward. I guess I had more Red Cavaliers in my... I wasn't dying to them attack. Yeah, I should... That was stupid. I should have found a red land. If I find a red land there, I don't even want to play Wrath next turn, because my opponent just attacks for 4 and plays this. So I just saved the Wrath. That was stupid. Yeah, now it's Giant or Bust. I should have found a red land with this. I would have shocked myself to go to 10 and just play this Giant Cavalier, and my opponent's basically like I'm stopping them from attacking anymore. Now it's Giant or Bust. It's pretty simple. We also didn't have fires in the last 2 games. Like, this is not ideal. Yep. Alright, you can still draw Giant and have a pretty good turn. Deafening Clarion, that does let me survive. It does let me survive. If they draw another 4-drop, they can't cast the Ceratops, then I can play the Cavalier next turn and not die. I'm still not a favorite in this game. Alright, we're dead. Man, imagine if I did find the red land, then I play Cavalier last turn, my opponent puts this in play, I sweep the board, give this lifelink, gain a bunch of life, put my opponent at 11, and now if I draw another creature I can just kill them back, and they don't get to kill me. One second. I definitely messed this game up. I definitely think I should have won that game. If I play the Cavalier, my opponent doesn't get to attack. I stay at 12. They add more stuff to the board. I have Clarion. I had a Scryland going too. Definitely messed that up. Alright, back to the chat. Are you for testing at Andre's place? I am in Prague at Stancivka's house, where Floch and Strasky also live, and KK, if you know who that is. The man behind the scenes. Would adding a couple of Royal Scions help with card selection? They don't really fit well into deck. You don't really have a lot of space for stuff like that. You need to play a lot of lands. The lowest you can play lands is like 28. 27 is already pushing it. Once upon a time. I mean, you could play Royal Sounds, but it's not really a card that goes in this deck. It goes really well into something like Blue-Red Phoenix, because Phoenixes you want to discard from your hand. What is this? This has to be Blue-Green Flash. I was gonna say, what is my opponent playing? Did they keep a hand with no 2-drop and Cynic Ramp and then whiffed on Once Upon a Time? But that's obviously never... That's almost impossible, so this has to be blue-green. Blue-green flash, I think. How would Royal Sands work in this deck? Would that be worth it? I don't think it would be worth it. Just drawing just one card is not good enough. You wanna have your cards affect board, or just see more stuff. Like if you play Drawn from Dreams off of Fires on turn 4, that's insane value. Like you see 7 cards, you're just gonna draw two Cavaliers, and then next turn you're just gonna go Cavalier haste, attack for 13 or whatever, or 15 or whatever your length situation is, or if you want to scry, whatever you want to do with your mana. I have a pretty bad feeling we're gonna get quenched, but hey. If it resolves, that'd be great. Whoa, it did resolve. Woof! That was good. They have Brazen Borrowers probably, so they want to bounce it back to my hand, but I'm still gonna get value out of it by playing Drawn from Dreams for free. Cavalier, Tetheria's Gas, obviously. It's a little too late for that, but it is very good. What am I actually thinking? Next year my opponent's gonna have Frilled Mystic. It is a little late for Tetheri, but it's still very good. I think I'm gonna go with Teferi Bone Crusher Giant. That's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna try to resolve these two in one turn. And I'm gonna kill the Fairy with the Bone Crusher next turn. I don't really want to run anything into Frilled Mystic. I don't think that's a good idea. Yeah, let me just get an island and scry. Hopefully they don't have the 4/4/4/4, that'd be bad. Blue-Green Flash is definitely not a great matchup, but Blue-Green Flash can beat turn 1 Goose, turn 2 Oko. You just straight up lose to that, so not sure if Blue-Green Flash is well positioned if the green decks are running Rampant. Would be a good answer for draw card filtering? I'm not sure I understand what exactly you mean. Are they gonna seg the fetch land? I kind of want to play the Bone Crusher Giant. Should have probably upkeep that actually. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't do that. I should have upkeeped it. Now I have to take it. Still better if I scry, I think. I don't really care if they play this guy and make this guy infinitely bigger, because I can just go Teferi, bounce, kill this, so it doesn't bother me. I'll keep the 7th land, I think. Blast Zone is good against fires. Oh, please play the Borrower. Not happening. All right, let's see what my opponent does. If they go for Borrower and use the mana, then I can just play Deafening Clarion and their board dies. If they go for Mystic Snake, same thing. Deafening Clarion, sweep their board. Just asking if there's any other alternative Planeswalker you would recommend to try in the deck that helps draw. Narset is a way to find fires in the Jeskai Planeswalker deck, but not really in... Not really in this deck. Awkward. That negate lets them play the Borrower. And if I want to play Clarion, I have to play an untapped mountain. So next turn I don't have 7 mana. That's probably okay. Yeah, that's probably okay. I can play double Clarion next turn. I don't think I want Bubble Passage. I have 2 white sources, I have 2 red sources. Yeah, that's not what we're drawing. If I play Teferi, they play this guy in response and then they kill my Teferi, so that's not very helpful. Do you think Once Upon a Time will be a staple in Standard? It's gonna be good. I think it's a good way to find Golden Goose. Golden Goose is amazing because there's no other Llanowar Elf. Like, it's the new Llanowar Elf in Standard. It even gives you any color of mana, which is really important. So Once Upon a Time improves your chances of starting with Golden Goose. So yeah, I think it is gonna be a staple. Should I start with the Teferi? Maybe I should, actually. That's probably the best way to use it now. If they play Frilled Mystic, we go Clarion. They don't have Quench. It's good. If they have both Frilled Mystic and Quench, it is not so good. I feel like we might be playing this too slowly. I mean, I don't really want to run into the counters, though. Alright, let's see what they have. They could have the 1/1 Flesh Fairy and pump the Borrower twice. Alright, they didn't have that. They most likely just have another Flash Creature. Did they keep with Sabotage? They did keep with Sabotage. Alright, here's another Brazen Borrower. That is okay. Stop in my upkeep to consider if I wanna use this, because I can scry and then play Surge and then play Clarion. Probably just want to go Clarion into Cavalier or something. I'll just draw. Kind of want them to counter this, but I don't know if they will ever do that. They know about this, so let's start with that, see if they counter it. They will not counter it, that is smart. I almost don't even want to play anything. This is so likely to get Frilled Mystic. Yep. Wait, they can... Oh, the tapper. You will not be able to Frilled Mystic now with the Blast Zone untapped. Sorry about that, whammy. putting back the 2 lands that shocked me. I mean, my hand's not very good, but we did just put a 5/5 in play, so there is that. They use 2 Brazen Bars. I don't even know if I want to play lands now. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to play more lands. If they do have Frilled Mystic, then yeah, poor OP. Poor opponent. Alright, they have something else, as it turns out. Turn into a pumpkin. Interesting. Definitely don't want to draw those 2 lands, so let's activate this. Play the Cavalier. I could scribe before, I guess. Probably should. Could Time Wipe work in sideboard? Yeah. Time Wipe is essentially the card that we're playing. Time Wipe is essentially the Realm Cloak Giant. That does the same thing. Nobody's playing Giants now, so it is probably better to play Giant. They should let this resolve and then play Frilled Mystic and just kill me. If they Frilled Mystic this, that plays right into Flame Sweep. They did not fall for that. Guess we have to go for the Clarion. Maybe they just don't have anything. Otherwise, I just die to any instant speed creature. Yep, there's a Frilled Mystic. They played this well. If they Frilled Mystic this, they play right into the Clarion, and then we probably win with this Cryland. Yeah, I don't think there was much I could have done. Like, it's really hard to beat three counterspells with this deck if you don't have Teferi early. If we did have Teferi on turn 3, things might have been different, but they also did have the negate, so I don't think I could have really won this, or at least I don't think so. Dispute comes in. Either Gust is probably bad. Yeah, I don't think I like the Gust. Niv Mizzet is really good here. How do I board against Flash? I'm gonna board out 1 land. Probably a random... Probably not Wantress. Do I board out Fires? Is Fires bad? I don't think so. Giant's great. Clarion's decent, I think. It doesn't kill the 4/4, but... Do I want Disdainful Stroke? Board out 1 land. I could board out 1 Fires. Is it bad? It is bad. Is this reasonable? Kinda want the Stroke for the Frilled Mystics. I don't know if that's good. I have no idea how to board in this matchup. think the turn we didn't Bone Crusher Giant on their end step was a key turn where we tied up. But there was, I think... I wanted them... The reason why I didn't do it was because I wanted them to... I wanted to bait them into playing something into the Giant later. They just didn't fall for that, but that's... I couldn't really... Basically, I was hoping that they would play into what I wanted to do, because I thought that was the only way for me to win the game. And they didn't go for that, they played well, and they got rewarded. I'm not gonna use Passage just yet. I don't know if I want to find white mana, or if I want to find the other red sources for the Cavalier. Blue Cavalier. Alright, still not gonna use it. Oh, it does. It stops me from playing Teferi turn 3. That is true. Maybe I should have found a white source. What matchup do you need Ashiok for? It's just for the Golos deck and the Esper Doom Foretold deck. Did I just burn them and play the Giant? Or do I just never do that? Do I just always burn their creature? I think I just always burn their creature. Okay. So let's set a stop here. If I had something to play in on my turn 4, I would have done this on their end step to fight over it and then resolve a spell that I want to play. I think I'm gonna play the Giant now. I'm gonna find a white source with this in case I draw the Teferi. Alright, that resolved. If they bounce it to my hand, I'm gonna probably counter with Dispute. I will block. Alright. Deafening Clarion. Not really what we want. I think we just put Steam Vents into play untapped and pass. Or do I just slam the Cavalier there? Get it Frilled Mystic? Just because I have so many? Maybe I should just do that. I could either scry, or I could just try to resolve the Cavalier. It is gonna get... Yeah, I'm just gonna play the Cavalier. It's gonna get countered, but that's okay, I think. That was probably the only spell you will resolve this game. I mean, with the Dispute, it's easy to just like force something through. Like, for example, next turn, if we draw a blue source, it's easy to force something through a Frilled Mystic when you have the extra mana. Not sure if I should have brought in the Giant Wrath. The Giant Wrath would be much better here than Deafening Clarion. Not gonna block. I have to pass, I think. If they play the 4/4 wolf, I'm gonna counter. They don't play anything, I'm gonna scry. Look for another blue source. They're playing this as a 3-1. Putting this to 4/4. Yeah, I'm gonna counter this. Don't think I want to block. That's not a blue source. That doesn't really help me here. What if I Deafening Clarion? Do I want to do that? I don't think so. I could try to resolve another Cavalier, but if my opponent has another Feld Mystic, I'm so screwed. I think I kind of have to do it. Blue-green Flesh is certainly not a good matchup. You're trying to resolve 5 mana spells against a deck full of 2 mana, 3 mana counters, and Frilled Mystics, which punish you for doing that. That is not where you want to be. Yeah, if this was a blue source, we would have been able to hold up the dispute, and I would have just resolved the 5/5, and that's usually game in this spot. Isn't the deck list too slow? I mean, it is. Yeah, fuck. I was hoping they would attack with this. Our opponent's playing this really well. Yep. One blue source away. Maybe I did something wrong with the fetch land, but this is a matchup where you need to draw out the Teferi. Teferi is usually game over for that deck. I could go double Clarion next turn. Yeah, they can just replay it. Yeah, we're dead. Blast Zone and Frilled Mystic, that is definitely not a combo.